NIL, or name, image, and likeness, is booming in college sports. And with that is coming more and more athletes that are earning significant sums of money. And oftentimes this means millions of dollars going to a potential athlete. Now look, whether you're earning $1,000 or you're earning $1 million from NIL income, there's a million things that you can do to make sure that you're maximizing this money. Today, I want to talk to you about a few of those. Hey everyone, I'm Jacob Turner, former Major League Baseball player and current co-founder of Moment Private Wealth. In today's video, we're going to dive into a couple examples, everything from $1,000 in NIL income all the way up to $1 million in NIL income. And we're going to talk about the different tips, tactics, and strategies that I would recommend you consider at each one of those levels of earning power. Let's start with the basics. Here's 3 things that everybody that's earning NIL money needs to understand. The first is that NIL money is taxed as what's called 1099 income. What that means for you and why this is important is it's not like a W-2 income. W-2 income is what you might earn from a traditional job. When you earn W-2 income, typically there's taxes that are withheld. On 1099 income, taxes are oftentimes not withheld. That means if somebody pays you a $1,000 check for NIL income, they might give you the entire check for $1,000. It is then your responsibility to make sure that you're allocating some of that money towards taxes. So this is the first and really important thing that I want to make sure every NIL athlete understands. The second thing is you will pay taxes on this money. If you earn more than $600, there is a form, a 1099 form that's going to be sent to you by whoever paid you that money. So for an athlete that's even earning a couple $1,000s in NIL income, understand that there will be a tax form that will be generated, and it's going to be your responsibility with your tax team to determine what that filing looks like and how much are owed in taxes. Now let's talk about what it looks like if you're a $1,000 NIL income athlete. What things should you potentially be thinking about? So as an athlete earning $1,000 in NIL income, I think it's really important just to understand the basics of this. One, you're going to be earning more than $600, so most likely there will be some sort of 1099 that the school is going to be sending you. Secondarily, this is not money that's going to change your life, but it is still a lot of money. I want to make sure you understand this one thing. You need to set aside some sort of money for taxes. Now look, we're not going to talk specific taxes here for every single person. What I will tell you is this. Make sure you engage with your school and make sure you understand maybe they have some resources for you if you need to file a tax return in that given year. But again, if you make more than $600 of NIL income, there will be a 1099 that is issued to you. When a 1099 is issued, that is a government's way of saying, you need to file that with us because that means you made some sort of income. So if you're a $1,000 NIL athlete, if you're earning $1,000, this is not life-changing money, but it is a lot of money. It's money that you can spend on really fun things at school. You need to make sure you understand this. You will most likely be paying taxes on it, and you need to make sure you're allocating that money separately and that you're doing this the correct way. Let's go a level up. Instead of earning $1,000 in NIL income, you're earning $10,000, 5 figures from playing the sport that you love at the college that you wanted to go to. It's an incredible opportunity for you. And look, again, is $10,000 going to change the trajectory of your life? Probably not, but it's a lot of money. And there are some things that you can do with it. So first and foremost, you're going to hear me say this a lot in this video, you are going to pay taxes on the money that you earn. So first and foremost, make sure that you're either engaging with the school or that you have somebody on your team that is helping you understand what taxes might be owed in this situation. Secondarily, I would say at this level of income, you need to start thinking about, do I want to put some money towards retirement accounts? At this level of income, the number one retirement account that I think every athlete should be looking into is a Roth IRA. A Roth IRA is an individual retirement account with that Roth prefix in the front. I've talked about this a lot in other videos, but all that Roth prefix does is it allows money that goes in to grow tax-free and to come out tax-free in retirement. Now, the downside to that is when you put that money in, you're not getting a tax benefit in that given year. But again, you're not earning hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, you're earning $10,000. So it can be a really good opportunity to start looking at potentially contributing to that Roth IRA account. Let's go another level up. Instead of $10,000, you're earning $100,000 in NIL income. And the reality is there's a lot of athletes in today's game that are earning this level of NIL income at big schools. So here's a couple things that I would be thinking about at this level. First and foremost, surprise, surprise, you're going to be paying taxes on this money. I think this is the 3rd or 4th time I've mentioned this in this video. I just can't stress it enough, guys. This money is not going to come out for taxes automatically, which means that you as the athlete or whoever you have on your team needs to be allocating some of this money towards the future tax bill that's coming. The second thing that I want you to think about with this level of money is you're starting to get to the point that I believe spending all of this in a given year is a little bit irresponsible. You really want to be thinking about what are the best retirement accounts available for you. Now, at this level of money, there's a couple of accounts that I would be thinking about. The first one would be a Roth IRA, which we just talked about. But with a Roth IRA in 2024, we can contribute $7,000. So that means we might have money that we want to save additionally and above and beyond that. Another account that I would recommend every athlete at this level look into is what's called a solo 401k. So a solo 401k is just like a traditional 401k, but you can set it up individually. Because remember, you're making this money as 1099 income, which essentially means this. The school is paying you as your business of one. And what that means is you have the eligibility to potentially set up a solo 401k. Now, you can contribute a significant amount of money, $50,000+, depending on how it looks and how you spread the money out into a solo 401k. You might not want to do an entire contribution and max it out, but you can do tens of thousands of dollars. You can get a tax benefit today, or you can get a tax benefit in the future, depending on if you use a traditional or a Roth account. But what I really want you to understand in this video is there are certain retirement accounts that we should really be looking into at this level of NIL income. The third thing that I want you to be thinking about is really starting to look at the next level of tax planning. The next level of tax planning in this scenario is, remember, you're a business of one, is potentially looking at setting up an LLC that's taxed as an S corp. These are some big terms, but what does it actually mean? In really simple terms, it could potentially allow you to save money on your tax bill, okay? We're not going to get into all the details of who does it make sense for and who does it not. Really what my goal in this video is to pique your interest a little bit in terms of what things should I be looking at. What I will say though is that 6 figures of NIL income is really when I start to look at for players, hey, does it make sense to go through the extra costs in terms of setting up LLC, the extra costs of electing S corp taxation to make sure that we ultimately save taxes in the future? There's things called self-employment taxes that you'll be paying because remember, you're the business of one, that you can potentially limit doing this strategy. And this is really that second level of tax planning. All right, it might seem crazy to you, but the reality is there's quite a few athletes in today's game that are earning 7 figures per year in NIL income. That's $1 million or more per year. And look, we're getting to the point where this is life-changing money. If you do this right on the upfront, even if you don't play at the professional level or you don't achieve the heights that you want to achieve in your career, you're going to be able to take a substantial amount of money from this NIL income and position it towards the future. So what are some things that you should be thinking about at this level of NIL income? Well, first and foremost, you're going to be paying taxes on it. You see a theme here? I don't care what level of income you have, most likely there's going to be some taxes that are due, and I want you to make sure that you're planning around them. The second thing that's a little bit different, in my opinion, at this level of NIL income is it's really important that you start thinking about your personal board of advisors. Now, for an athlete, what this typically looks like is having some sort of financial team sitting at the center. This is what we do at Moment Private Wealth. For the athletes that we work with, we sit at the center of their financial life. We help them build out this personal board of advisors. Typically, that looks like a CPA, which is going to be your leader of your tax team. Might be an estate planning attorney, which might be helping set up LLCs and trusts. Might be an insurance agent to make sure that your biggest risks are protected. It's all these people that are all working in conjunction to help you. At this level of income, it's really important that you have that personal board of advisors. People that are, one, working first and foremost for you. 2, they're experts in your space. They're experts in helping athletes navigate the exact situation that you're in. And thirdly, the reason why it's valuable is it's checks and balances. It's making sure that all those people on the team are holding each other accountable for the work that they're doing. The second thing I want you to be thinking about is, much like we talked about the $100,000 NIL athlete, is retirement accounts. You have an incredible opportunity here to be maxing out potential retirement accounts. In 2024, you can put $7,000 in a Roth IRA. You can put up to $69,000 in a solo 401k. Okay, so we're talking significant dollars that can go into accounts that are going to give you some sort of tax benefit, whether that's today or whether that's in the future. In addition to that, whether you're spending the money or saving the money, you're going to want to look at the video I just did on what accounts athletes should have, from cash accounts to high yield savings accounts to retirement accounts to brokerage accounts. It's really important that you understand, how am I positioning this money? Because before we ever talk about investment strategies or what you should or shouldn't invest in, you need to understand what account should this money be going into. Because ultimately, if you do that correctly, you can really maximize your tax benefit for one, and two, your investment optionality in the future. The third thing I want you to be thinking about is, how do I protect myself, right? Not only how do I protect myself from my tax bill that's coming, because I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to make you sick to your stomach, but also how do you protect yourself in the event that something happens, right? If you're in $1 million a year NIL income athlete, typically you have some sort of high profile, okay? The first thing that I always recommend at this level is let's look at potentially setting up an LLC and having everything run through that LLC. What that does is it adds another level of protection for you. That way, if something were to happen at an event where you're maybe doing a signing or maybe you're coaching kids, the LLC gives you an additional level of protection. In addition to that, all the money can flow through the LLC. You can set up what's called an S Corp to tax yourself out of that. What that can help you do is that can help you save on self-employment taxes. Now, there are other taxes that come with that, like payroll taxes, but the goal here is we're trying to say, what is the maximum benefit we could potentially get? And again, at this level of NIL income, it's worth doing a couple extra steps. It's worth having a couple more people on your board of advisors to make sure that we're maximizing any potential tax benefits that are out there. I can't stress this enough. NIL athletes, you have an incredible opportunity in front of you. Whether you're making $1,000 and you have a little bit of extra money to have fun at school, or you're making $1 million and you're really getting to the point of potentially life-changing opportunities in front of you. This is your first step to really understand the basics of personal finance. So again, whether you just have enough money to buy pizza on Friday or you have enough money to maybe support yourself for years in the future, take this opportunity, guys. Take this opportunity to better understand what you need to be thinking about when money's coming in and potentially taxes are due. Who should be on my financial team? What does that look like? These are all things that I talk about in the videos I have here. They're things I talk about on our website, moenprivatewealth.com. They're things I talk about on LinkedIn and Twitter. If you're an athlete and you're looking to get smarter with your money, follow me at any of those places. I put out daily content to help you. And if you like this sort of thing, make sure you like and subscribe for future videos. My goal is simple. I want to try to educate as many athletes as possible. I've walked in your guys' shoes, and today I have the opportunity of helping 7- and 8-figure athletes like you. So if you're looking for somebody to add to your financial team, if you're looking for a second opinion on what's going on and you want to make sure that you're better educated on the situation, book an intro call with us, moenprivatewealth.com. I look forward to seeing you on future videos.